Japan is perched on the Pacific Ring of Fire, where fault lines clash and collide. It was born out of volcanic eruptions. Its 6,852 islands pepper almost 3,000 kilometers of the Pacific Ocean, dominated by the four largest. Most of the 127 million inhabitants live in dense urban hotspots. And 10% of them are squeezed into the 26 cities, 5 towns, and 8 villages that make up the teeming metropolis of Tokyo. It has the world's second largest economy and the world's 2 most expensive cities. But outside the concrete jungle, Japan holds secrets that many are too busy to explore. Here, nature takes control. Over 70% is mountainous. Subtropical in the south, and sub-zero in the north. Of the 4 main islands, Hokkaido lies farthest north. In Kushiro Shitsugen National Park, the country's largest marsh habitat stands frozen by the cold hand of winter. The early morning quiet is about to be broken. Floating gracefully on 2.5-meter wings, a raucous squadron of red-crowned cranes gathers to feed. Japanese legend says they live for 1,000 years, but unchecked hunting in the early 20th century reduced this population to just 33 birds. Conservation has pulled them back from the brink. Around 1,000 now live on Hokkaido. Once all parties have arrived, the dancing begins. All cranes dance, but none of them seem as enthusiastic as these elegant birds. It conveys subtle messages and is good practice for next season when maturing males will strut their stuff to attract mates. Youngsters learn early, playfully throwing sticks and dancing around to express excitement and develop motor skills. It also works up an appetite. They finally settle down to feed. On land, they search out wild seeds and corn scattered by local people determined to halt their decline. Japan's 1,000 red-crowned cranes are almost half the world's population, so they need all the help they can get. These marsh dwellers search the cold water to grab insects, fish, or frogs. When bad weather rolls in, these non-migratory birds stick it out. With winter comes food shortages, and dining here follows a definite pecking order. The cranes are being watched. White-tailed eagles can hunt if they need to, but stealing is so much easier. They confront the gangly cranes with powerful wings, razor-sharp talons, and sheer tenacity. The eagles need to eat a tenth of their body weight each day, and a takeaway meal helps them reach their quota. Japan's largest island is Honshu. Over 103 million people cram into its cities, surrounded by uninhabitable mountains. The towering Japanese Alps dominate the landscape, rising over 3,000 meters and spanning about 300 kilometers. Majestic views come at a brutal price. Cold winds from Siberia pick up moisture over the Sea of Japan, then drop it as snow. Drifting up to 20 meters deep, it can even bring the ski resort of Nagano to a standstill. And 30 kilometers away, nestled inside a national park, life is no picnic for the residents of Jikokudani. Aside from people, Japanese macaques, also known as snow monkeys, are the most northern living primates. To survive at minus 20 degrees Celsius, their fur grows thicker as the temperature drops. The real challenge is finding enough to eat. In warmer weather, they rely on fruit and plants. In the dead of winter, some gnaw bark. Not very nutritious, but better than nothing. The lighter females can forage in the branches, while the heavier males brave the snow to search for seeds. During winter, they may scrape by on just half the calories and protein they usually need, relying on body fat to see them through. Youngsters can't afford to be fussy eaters. Weaned at 24 months, now they're on their own. Food is scarce, and they don't like to share. In this hard-scrabble season, when every calorie must be conserved, sometimes the best thing to do is nothing. The hills around Jikokudani offer something special for the 250 or so macaques living here. Literally translated, Jikokudani means Hell's Valley. But at the foot of this mountain lies salvation. These are the only monkeys in the world to enjoy exclusive spa privileges. Most of them are dominant females and youngsters. The hot volcanic baths help maintain the macaque's healthy body temperature. Members pamper each other with the full treatment, bonding through grooming. With great dexterity, they pick off parasites. Up to their necks in 50 degrees Celsius luxury, the bathers may climb out just a few times a day to forage. These geothermal waters are the monkey's secret to surviving 5 long winter months. But even monkey kids get bored. With a surplus of energy, these youngsters leave their parents, braving the brutal cold to play. No child can resist a good romp in the snow. But Japanese macaques are the only wild monkeys known to make snowballs. Compacting and rolling snow take complex skills, so it's remarkable that the monkeys seem to do it purely for fun. These winter games help this bleak season to pass more quickly. For the players and the spectators. But the snow doesn't last forever. After February, the winter spell finally breaks. Frozen hills thaw and awaken, gaining color as spring's warmth ripples through the islands. Cities anticipate nature's annual traveling show. Starting in the warmer south, sakura, or cherry blossoms, spread in a wave across Japan. They bloom and wilt in just a week. This celebrated national flower symbolizes both good fortune and the fragility of life. As the spectacle invades the urban landscape, even Japanese city dwellers connect with nature for a moment. But as darkness falls, many are unaware of how close they really are to the wildlife surrounding them. In the towns, shy and retiring raccoon dogs prowl the night to claim what humans have discarded by day. People and wildlife rarely cross paths in Japan. But on the Nagara River in central Honshu, they make an exception. Following a 1300-year tradition,